In 2001, Grim and Evil was first broadcasted on a United States-based Cartoon Network and was run until 2003 for 3 seasons. The show focused on that of the Grim Reaper, Billy and Mandy, but also for this discussion in particular, Hector Con Carne, Boskov, Scar, and Dr. Ghastly. The show itself was rather popular, with Grim, Billy, and Mandy being the focus of the popularity, but Hector, Boskov, Scar, and Dr. Ghastly's reputation with viewers were actually mixed. At the time, Cartoon Network management considered the show too crowded with too many characters. With all of these characters present, there was contention and questions about the actual focus of the show. Who were the main characters? There were too much. Decisions were that to actually separate the show and divide the characters into their own respective series. Due to the unusual situation of the cartoon, editorial decisions had the show split in 2003 into 2 separate shows as mentioned. These separate shows were called The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy and Evil Con Carne. Billy and Mandy continued as a separate series for a total of 6 further seasons and finally concluded in 2008 with a strong following during its broadcasting era. Evil Con Carne continued for 2 seasons and ended in 2004, and through most of that time of its broadcasting, interest for the series was mixed and reception to the characters were not favorable. The concept of the cartoon was that of Hector Con Carne, whom was a crime lord and evil genius that desired to take over the world as well as the League of Nations. Through his criminal exploits, he was caught in an explosion caused by his nemesis called Commando, a soldier from the secret paramilitary Organized Response Command, abbreviated as SPARC. The explosion scattered his body parts across the planet, but he didn't die. He was rescued by a scientist, Dr. Ghastly, who placed his remains into 2 containment units, one for his brain and the other for his stomach. These units were implanted into Boskov, a Russian circus bear, as Hector had control over Boskov's movements most of the time. Hector's military leader, General Scar, also joined him as the group of them created a secret laboratory on an island. From their base of operations, this island, known as quote-unquote Bunny Island, Hector seeks to still rule the world, but he also now has a new objective: to find his missing body parts and to reassemble himself. A bit of trivia is that con carne is actually a Spanish and Italian expression for with mate, as well as a spoof of the expression evil incarnate. Even the dish chili con carne. What's ironic is that due to the success of Billy and Mandy as a cartoon, the Evil Con Carne cartoon was actually merged into the Billy and Mandy universe, with the first episode with characters from Evil Con Carne in Billy and Mandy being that of Chicken Ball Z, which through events Mandy actually purchased Bunny Island, though ultimately the island was bought out by a quote-unquote entertainment corporation that didn't want competition in world domination, which was a veiled reference to Cartoon Network itself. General Scar actually moved to Billy's neighborhood in the episode Scarred for Life, where he is depicted as Billy's neighbor, and due to the episode, Scar became a regular in the series. Viewer reactions for General Scar became somewhat favorable, while Hector, Boskov, and Ghastly never really had that much popularity, even after the assimilation into the Billy and Mandy cartoon. Sometimes a character can be forgotten because the ideas for the characters were just too bizarre.